Alrighty. Well, I want to thank you all for welcoming me to the Duke Reviews. I am, of course, Duke Dice. And with me, as always, is my good friend Graham. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Duke. How are you?
I am just fantastic. We got a great show today. We got the Rum Runner, Jake Rogers, is here to do an interview with us. Jake, are you with us today?
Yes, I am, Duke. How you doing?
I am doing well. We are just ecstatic for today. Let's get started. RCWF, Path of Champions. Let's get started. I don't know if anyone watched it, but it was great. It was a great match. It was a great pay-per-view all around. Some of the matches, of course, Archangel being Graham. I know you're upset about that, Graham.
Oh, just a little bit, but I mean, first title match, first month in RCWF. I think so far Graham has totally done some pretty good stuff, so I'm not too upset about it. I may be a little bent out of shape after Painkiller, but you know.
Of course. The other big news: Norms is the new world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, what's your thoughts on that?
Yep, congrats to Norns.
Norms is the champion. And of course, Snowman got out, but you know, a lot of people are hunting him down, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Moving towards Painkiller, a lot of stuff happened on Painkiller.
It was kind of a weird Painkiller. I had like that eerie feel of just things were just like out of real RCWF. It just seemed like everything was like a fantasy, and it was funny. I was talking to someone backstage, and they were saying that the whole Jake Rogers nightmare thing, or daydreaming, or whatever it is the only thing that actually makes sense on this show tonight. Everything else is just too far-fetched.
Of course, we're going to ask Jake about that later, but moving on.
I got some interesting answers to that when we get there, mate.
We got Walsh Master versus Norms for the championship for Wrestle Wicked. Your thoughts on that, Graham?
Oh, sorry, I was just checking the screen. What was the question? I apologize.
That's all right. Just Welsh Master versus Norms. Your thoughts?
Welsh Monster versus Norns. You're talking about two just really large and big guys going after each other.
Of course.
And with Mosher, sorry, Leo, I was about to say something else. Backing him, he can only go up, it seems like. And Welsh is going to have just, I feel, a really good RCWF career. And Norns, you just can't say too much more about the Viking Warrior. I mean, he is just one tough guy. It's someone you don't want to be in the ring with.
That's great. Also, we got Voodoo seeking out Takeover. That's just as epic, and that's a matchup I'm willing to, put my money on.
Yeah, and Ted said it best, where Voodoo is not fan favorites, I guess is the best way to put them. They're going to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do, whether it was to help or hurt Tyler. It didn't matter. They wanted to take on Takeover, and they wanted to make a statement. So I know that's not what kind of happened last night, but it shows that they are very serious about these tag team titles.
Of course. I mean, you want to talk about tag titles. What about the Coin Mafia, my team, taking out the underdogs last night? I mean, they showed that they're no longer the fun-loving team that they once were.
Yeah, and the underdogs were really hot, and for some odd reason, they cooled off. And either whether they did cool off or whether Coin Mafia is here to stay. We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, because I remember when the underdogs first came as a tag team. They seemed unstoppable. They seemed like they were going to be what Voodoo is right now. And
That's
it just go on, Jake. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the thing about it is when you have a tag team, it's a certain thing about it is if it's going to be a long-lasting tag team of dominance or if it's going to be one of those flash in the pans. And we can carry on for a second. I have a phone call, actually. I need to attend to real quick. Apologize about that. Sorry.
No problem.
No problem.
He's probably got to order more rum, so we'll just
Yes.
let him go for now. But no, it's just that both Justins have been hot, and for you guys, or for the Coin Mafia to take them on, I'll admit the strangest thing was that Duke was laid out and Planks was right there. That just messed with me. What am I watching? Is this like Twilight Zone all of a sudden, RCWF style?
Exactly. And you want to talk about Twilight? How about the fact that Anti-Venom and Norms are teaming up to take out Snowman?
Yeah, I mean, I guess strange bedfellows. When you really think about it, I mean, both really hate Snowman. At least they share one thing in common.
Right, exactly.
And that showed.
And could anyone, you got all these people going after Archangel. You got to wonder, is he gonna lose it?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Eddie Cool and Scipio are both very serious about the TV title. I don't know. I guess Grem might be. I don't know. I'm just saying. But
I don't know. Maybe if you stop doing that blood rose.
yeah, maybe if I moved on to bigger and better things here. But no, it's really up in the air in the TV television rankings because Arc has been a champion for so long, and right now it's just a matter. I know it's a matter of time. It's going to be a matter of time. Arc he can't always win. There's got to be someone that can put it, whether it's Grem, Scipio, or Eddie Cool. You can't find, I guess, 2 out of the 3 right there, better challengers for Arc.
Of course.
Grem is still rather new, so I'm not gonna say that I'm the right choice or I'm the guy that'll take him out. But I mean, you have Scipio, who's a former top champion, and you have Eddie Cool, who's been here so very long. Any one of these guys, or one of those 2 veterans, will definitely give Archangel a run for his money.
Of course. And you want to talk about weird? How about the fact that DJ Kraft actually took our Jade out to dinner and tried to, make peace with her, but she didn't want it.
Well, I have to admit, I was quite scared and worried about Jade. But then I thought about who Jade was, and I'm like, she could probably handle herself if something happened.
Of course.
But when you really kind of watch what transpired, you were like, what is going on? I mean, I was waiting for Jade to just, kick him right in the nuts and then just walk away, but apparently that didn't happen, so...
Right. Alright, well, we're going to move away slightly from RCWF for a little bit and get to the meat of it, my video game reviews. So, the first game I want to talk to you guys about is a game called Catherine. Now, Catherine is a game that I don't know a lot of people know about. Graham, have you heard about this?
I've actually seen a few gameplay videos, people casting it on JTV as well, so I do actually know a little bit about the game.
For those that don't know, it's basically a puzzle. The main game is a puzzle game where you have to climb up, move these boxes, try to get to the top. But also, you play this guy that's in basically a love triangle between, Catherine, who's spelled with a C, who's, this, quiet, person that wants marriage, and Catherine, spelled with a K, who's upbeat and wants just to party all night long. And, as you have to decide which one you want better. Marriage or the party life, I guess.
The sad thing about this is I don't think I'll ever be able to play that game because Faith has a pretty strict rule on games rated mature. Yeah, really, she's really strict. Me and Hope, we can't play video. We got to play the E for everyone's. It's a sad life. The married life is.
But
carry on with Catherine. It's an interesting concept. I like it. It's
I enjoyed it, and I love the concept. I love the good thing about it is that some of the parts of the game you get to choose like what the characters will say. Like, do I want marriage? Do I want the party? That kind of stuff. So overall, I say buy it. Go get it. Graham, your thoughts on that?
I kind of actually like the aspect of it almost being like an anime. If you're into anime, it almost seemed like you were watching an anime while playing and making the decisions and creating the whole anime story by yourself with each decision that you made. So I agree. Buying it is definitely worth it.
And here's an interesting thing. The developers, Atlas, actually made Persona 4, if anyone played that. Graham, I don't know if you played that.
I have not, actually.
It's another, like, one of those games where it has to do with your, mental abilities and whatnot. But if you like Catherine, go try out Persona 4, but overall, buy it. The next game I want to talk about is Alice, The Madness Returns. Oh, I'm trying to do this.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, one sec.
So I guess we'll talk to our person here, Jake. Have you actually? Obviously, you have not because it's rated M for mature.
I've seen it in the stores, but I just got to look into the window. That's all.
Window shopping.
Window shopping, exactly what it is.
I have not played the game. It is made by EA, so it's got to be somewhat good. And Alice,
Yeah, the cover looks pretty.
yeah, the game it seems like it's just Alice going through a nightmare. It seems.
It looks like she's gonna cut somebody up. She's got a knife in her hand.
Maybe
and
Jade could have used that last night. I mean,
possibly.
I mean,
I know she's no stranger to knives. She's a beast in the kitchen, I've heard.
ooh, really?
Yeah, a little bit of fun facts. Not a lot of people know is that at one point Jade and Kayla Catastrophe were actually bunking with me and Faith in the Rum Runner.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, I never got to cook from that time period.
Oh, I bet not.
I'm not trusted with the anything related to cooking.
Now, did they
Especially
alternate
not a
days?
fryer.
Like, did Jade cook one day, Faith cook another, Kaylee cook another? Is that how it worked?
It was mostly Monday through Friday is Jade, and everything else was kind of like whoever isn't Jade
Oh, okay.
gets a shot at the kitchen. It's very demanding, and all the spices have to be arranged the way she wants them. It's interesting, but the boast DJ Kraft, is not going to be going hungry anytime soon during his days of capturing her. That's
That's
for
if
sure.
DJ can actually win the heart of Jade, and I guess we'll have to keep watching on Painkillers to see if that actually happens.
It's looking iffy, a little 50-50 on that. And it's more interesting to see, with Jade being women's champion, how that's going to turn out, what DJ Kraft's going to come up with. I think you might want to look at your technical devices here. Duke Dice is
Okay.
kind of hinting.
I'm actually getting a little message from Duke. He's actually texting me on my cell phone for I don't know what reason. Anyways, he wants me to relay that the gameplay for Alice: The Madness Returns plays a lot like God of War. Duke loves God of War, despite the many clones.
Never
that
played
are
God
out
of
there.
War either.
I have not either. I've not had the pleasure of doing that. So apparently Duke is going to just keep
We're
texting
in.
me, and I'm kind of just going to take over the show here for just a little bit while he's figuring out how to fix his problems.
All good.
The download content includes the original game. I guess the original Alice game that I guess really sparked and took everything by storm on why this franchise is still continuing to create games.
Interesting.
American Free, I think, and then Duke wants me to stick my tongue out to all of you out there. So